TSC meeting, just like old times.
Too bad the TSC's already been disbanded.
Don't ruin the moment, Prez. We came here because we wanted to. Simple as that. Same goes for everything we do from here on out. We don't need anyone's permission to call ourselves the TSC. Long as the gang's back together, that's more than enough reason for me.
I support that sentiment.
You're right. The TSC is hereby reinstated. You're okay with that, right, Vice President?
Yay! The TSC is up and running again! Everything's back to the way it was now. Still, it's kind of funny, huh? Nozomi, Shinya, Ryotaro, Kokoro. It feels like forever since we've all been together like this.
Doesn't it? It was only just recently that everyone was starting to go their separate ways. But after seeing all those memories, it does feel like it's been a long time.
I caught a glimpse of his memories, too. There was so much pain and sadness. So many unthinkable things that happened. Dr. Kakeru's power made everything okay again. But none of those experiences can be undone. But even so, there's still the future to come. We're here right now. In the present, we can still change the future. And because of that, I want to ask everyone here in the TSC to help. I don't want any of us to fight each other. I don't want to see any more of our friends die. I want to find a happier ending for all of us. If we all work together, we can destroy those cruel and unfair futures we saw. I know this all sounds kinda silly, but...
Silly? What do you call all the crap we've been through already? After all the shit we've had to put up with, we're gonna need some high notes to balance it out.
Only he who chases two hares can catch both, after all. A certain show-off was the one who said that, if I remember correctly.
Right. That's the reason I came back to the TSC.
We're here because of the memories we saw. They speak for themselves.
Thank you so much, everyone!
All right. Let's figure out our next course of action right away. I, for one, would rather avoid letting Chio and our vice president die. What about the rest of you? The only problem is how.
Yoru was the one who caused Chio's death. We can prevent it as long as we protect Chio and defeat Yoru.
But that doesn't account for the vice president. Yoru is his creator. If her power disappears, he does too.
To make matters worse, the vice president will also disappear if the dean is defeated. was created with that purpose in mind. Once it is fulfilled, he will no longer exist.
There's no way out.
Yeah, we're stuck between a cruel rock and an unfair place. But we still have hope. There's some god out there that can grant us whatever wish we want, right?
Right. The memories he granted us have pointed in that direction numerous times.
I don't really believe in divine intervention, but it isn't like we have any better ideas.
Well, what are we waiting for then? Whatever's past that gate is there for the taking, God or otherwise.
A god, huh? I know Mr. Hugo mentioned it in his ideals, and it came up in Ryotaro's memories, but... can it really make wishes come true? What do we have to do to meet it?
That god should be able to grant your earnest desires. According to Hugo's memories, at least.
Either way, we don't have any other choice.
The only thing we know for sure is that gate floating around in the other world's the key. The hell are you doing?
Precog analysis. I was utilizing my authority to find a way to the gate.
But Kokoro, I thought you said you weren't going to use your powers in the academy.
I no longer care, as long as I can protect what is dear to me. I am officially a loose cannon now.
Damn, didn't know you had it in you.
So, what did you see?
I saw him, as well as a number of symbols that resembled letters. They were very faint. I could not make them out.
Symbols, huh? Come to think of it, I remember reading about something like that in Cromwell's writings. There's a sign that you can only see after proving your worth by overcoming all of the monarchs. Using the sign opens the way to the gate. These symbols that Kokoro's talking about could be that very same sign. He's already defeated every monarch except for Vanity, and Kokoro's precog analysis implies he's important. It's more than likely that he already has the qualifications needed.
If that sign only shows up for the worthy, then I guess that means we have to leave it up to Mr. VP.
Yeah, as much as it pains me to admit.
You can do it! Find that sign!
Rah, rah.
You're the key, man. Don't let us down.
We'll also look through anything we can for hints about where the sign might be. Don't worry. If anyone can find it, it's you.
About your mist.
A sign that can only be seen by the worthy, huh? I wonder if it's like when you see faces in random patterns on the wall. It looks like nothing at first, but change your perspective, and all of a sudden, there it is!
Everything's certainly lively of late. I take it you're seeking the sign to the gate. If one could perceive the sign just like that, they'd know when they found it right off the bat. But what if you put it the opposite way? If someone could not recognize it, per se, the sign could appear right in front of their eyes, And yet, even then, they would never realize. But never mind all of these clues that frustrate. Make sure you're prepared when you go to the gate.
Kokoro mentioned seeing some kind of symbols. I wonder what they were. Hiragana? Katakana? Kanji? The Latin alphabet? Greek? Cyrillic? Numbers even? It'd be nice if we had even the slightest clue what language it's in. Hopefully it ends up being something you can recognize.
Yo, Mr. VP. Remember when you and me buddied up to fight Tsurugadai? She said something about how her precog analysis gives her different results depending on where she uses it. It's limited to answers that are possible for that specific plane. If there's a way to get to the gate in the other world from this plane, it could be related to our usual ways into the other world. You feel me?
Assuming you do find the sign, how are we supposed to get to the gate? Does a door to the other world just open up when you see it? Or maybe the sign itself is some kind of key to the other world. Does it or me?
I saw around 9 or 10 symbols in total. I couldn't quite make them out, but they weren't anything I recognized regardless.
This feels just like when I got dragged into the other world!
Stay close, Chio.
What a bizarre development. What in the world did you do?
You managed to find the sign?
At this rate, everyone in the whole damn room's gonna get sucked in!
This is one precarious position you've picked to place a call. It's attempting to connect to the depths of the other world, if I had to guess. This pelter of powers past my prowess. My current capabilities can't control it. One could consider it like a black hole, drawing in all with a will in their soul. Steel yourself as best as you can. The trials ahead could subdue any man.
Everyone okay?
This kinda reminds me of the first time we got sucked into the other world.
Though the shock and fear isn't really there anymore, now that we've gotten used to it.
So this is the gate.
It's a little intimidating how big it is up close.
Monumental, in a word.
It was always so far away when we saw it in the other world.
So the god we've been talking about is behind this thing, right? hell's this?
A terrible farce, that's what. Silly Ryotaro. That gate won't open for those who aren't worthy. Good evening.
She's alone. Has she split off from the Dean?
What happened to Sora and Hugo?
Oh, you're still worried about them? After everything they put all of you through? Shinya. You're an inspiration to loyal little lapdogs everywhere.
Everything they put all of us through? Don't tell me.
The despicable moment you and Sora did me in. The delightful time I had toying with Chio. I saw it all. Every one of my plans had been foiled. And it's all your fault. So don't blame me when things go south for you.
The fact that you will disappear, one way or another. What exactly are all of you gathered here for? Surely you don't hope to make a wish to that god.
Sora!
Thank you for worrying about me, Shinya. You're a kind boy. But I am not Sora Jingu any longer. I've graduated, in a manner of speaking. You've seen the memories, Shinya. You should already know. I am nothing more than the Monarch of Woe, a mere servant to my pact-bearer. And while it's the first time I've introduced myself as such, I do have a name. Tristia.
Huh?
We were able to regain the memories preserved in our souls, thanks to your resonance. Memories of this world and its countless iterations. As well as that imposter of mine over there. I took the initiative in separating the two of us. She is now under the control of my pact-bearer. Yes.
Thank goodness.
And what are you so relieved about? You really don't understand anything, do you? This is nothing more than bad ending number 5.
There's no need to mind their words. This is simply a matter of drawing the current story to a proper close.
Hugo?
Come here, Shinya. You have a role to play as a member of the Jingu family.
What role?
The role we play for the world. As for him, He must be removed from it entirely.
What are you talking about?
Cool it. Don't just go running over to him.
Mr. Date, would you mind not interrupting a conversation between father and son?
Can it, old man? How did you even get here anyway?
Only those worthy enough to see the sign should be able to access this place.
Hugo, what's going on here?
Hugo. All this time you've called me by that name. In truth, it is but a pseudonym I adopted in order to live in this country with Sora. It is not my true name. Now that the real Sora is gone, it is merely a name that rings hollow with melancholy. My true name is Hugo Cromwell.
It can't be. You're HC? The author of the Cromwell records?
Ah, so you're familiar with my work. That simplifies things.
If you wrote the Cromwell records, then you must have taken down all of the Monarchs.
Then that means Hugo is worthy too?
You have my gratitude. Thanks to your resonance, it has all started to come together. Your power, animakinesis, served as the catalyst through which the restrictions placed upon me were removed. I have recalled my love for my dearly departed Sora. It has steeled my resolve to protect the world and the Academy which she so loved, to carry on her will. You are the Monarch of Vanity, or rather a pale imitation of it. But regardless of the mistakes that resulted in your creation, I am grateful you saved me. Yes. The power you hold was mere happenstance. You were never meant to be born with it.
I don't care if he's a monarch, an imitation, or a mistake. I'm not going to let you talk to my brother like this. Even if someone did create him, he's still part of my family. He's still a human being.
A human being? And what makes you so sure of that? He is a creation. The powers he uses are an aberration. They are not of this world.
Just because someone made him doesn't mean he's less of a person. And the reason he has any powers at all is because he's a pact bearer. Just like you, Mr. Hugo.
We are nothing alike. That boy is no pact bearer. Allow me to dispel one of your many misconceptions.